Hello everybody, Mitzi Cruz here, host of Lincoln Live. Today I have the pleasure of being live with Adriana and Earl Stevens, owners and operators of Dueling Brewery. So first of all, I want to thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourselves?
Basically, I grew up in Lincoln. I'm a local. In that sense, my wife and I met here at the farmer's market in Lincoln, actually.
Wow.
And long story short is that she wanted to raise our son in an ag environment. So we figured out how to turn mandarins into beer and wine, and that's how we got this whole thing started.
Oh, great.
So we're a dual wine and brewery. I make the beer, my wife makes the meads and ciders. We have 9 beers on tap currently, and I think 5 meads and ciders.
Awesome. So do those change frequently, or?
We have some staples that we keep on, and we rotate some new ones in. My wife's more creative than I am by far. She's bringing on, I'll let you, what do you got coming up, babe?
I have a Vikings blood, so I try to take what's in season and what's locally available here in Placer County, and I'll make it into wine or mead, or cider. And so I have a Vikings blood, I have a peach session mead coming up. And I'm also going to try a coffee mead as well.
Really?
So that should be interesting. So,
Yeah.
And then, of course, I have ciders. I make just a regular apple cider. I had a blackberry that I made that was super popular. This time I'm doing raspberry. So we'll have that soon.
That sounds delicious. So tell us about Dueling Dogs. Where did you get the name? And what's the story behind that?
These are our 2 dogs.
Okay.
They're out here running around someplace, but the black one is Rocco, the white one is Nitro.
Oh.
And they are the Dueling Dogs. They pretty much have the run of the property except when customers are here. And we're also a dual wine and beer license, so it's kind of a play on words, not quite the same spelling. So those are our 2 dogs. The black one, of course, is my wife's, and the white one is mine.
Awesome. So they have the run of the property, but not when people are here? Is that because they're barkers, or?
Well, we have a sign on the wall over here that says well-behaved dogs are welcome. Ours are not well-behaved.
Gotcha.
They will jump in the pond and shake all over you and then ask you for a cookie. So during opening hours, they're usually in the backyard.
Gotcha.
Anyone's welcome to bring their well-behaved dogs here. They're not allowed in the pond either. We have lots of treats for the dogs. Any vice you can do, your dog can do better. We have doggy cigars, doggy cookies, doggy beer, and doggy ice cream.
So wait, oh my goodness, doggy cigars. So tell me about that.
It's basically either a beef or a turkey chew stick shaped like a cigar.
Gotcha.
So the dogs can have those. Yeah. We're very dog friendly. We've teamed up with the rescues. On Christmas, we had Santa Paws here for pictures with your puppies. On Easter, we had the Easter Bunny here with pictures with your puppies also, and we had an Easter egg hunt with over 50 dogs involved.
Which was fun.
Oh my goodness.
It was fantastic.
We've had a few adoptions from the SPCA come through here, and it's very dog friendly. One of my greatest joys is that my wife's Italian, and in the Italian culture, everybody plays together. Everybody stays together, and I can look out here at the tables and I'll see 4 generations. Great-grandpa, grandma, son, and grandchild all playing Scrabble or Candyland or cards. We have air conditioning, we have heating, which is rare in the breweries and the wineries. But so it's a very family-friendly environment.
That's great. And now, do you guys serve food here as well, or?
We have food trucks on the weekends.
Okay.
Usually, yes, yeah. So, and we do have snack foods, like we have Fittingman Farms pistachios, and they're local here in Lincoln. And a few snacks. So.
Oh, okay.
So usually during the summer hours, Friday nights we have food trucks, and Saturday nights we have food trucks, and usually a band. And then Sundays we'll have a food truck also. Our food truck schedule is actually right up here on the wall.
Oh, perfect. So are people also allowed to bring in like picnic foods and things like that?
Yes.
They're allowed to bring in their own food and non-alcoholic beverages.
Gotcha.
It's an ABC rule. So it's a clean environment. They're allowed to wander the grounds through the hop fields around the mandarins, and We have an area across the pond over there we call England, because it is across the pond, that's set up with kids' toys and tables and places for kids to play and have fun.
So how long have you guys been here and working as, operating as a working brewery, winery?
We've been open for a year and 2 months.
Yes.
It took us 5.5 years to build this place.
Wow.
And we've been open for about a year and 2 months now, and we're being well received, and very humbling to have people actually come out here and enjoy themselves and enjoy the beers and meads and ciders.
Yeah, and that's one of the greatest things about the Lincoln community is that everybody is collaborating and just working really hard to maintain the culture that we've created over the years. And especially you growing up here, you can attest to that. As we're growing, we're still trying to keep that. So that's wonderful that, you guys are experiencing the same, but I'm certainly not surprised.
Yes.
So did you grow up in Lincoln as well?
I didn't, no, in the Bay Area. I'm from San Jose.
Oh, okay.
I moved up to this area in 96, so I've been up here since a while.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, so you've really seen a lot of changes as well.
Yes, oh yeah,
Yeah.
throughout the years. And it's a great place. I love it. I love living here. Yeah.
So how many acres is this property?
We have 10 acres. We have approximately 700 hop plants, 8 varieties.
Wow.
Including about an acre. And we also have about 250 or about 2 acres of mandarins. We're a commercial mandarin grower, we're a commercial hop grower. We have 8 varieties of hops, including one of them that we're kind of proud of because we're not sure how it's going to turn out.
Really?
One of our routine customers is in charge of the invasive species eradication program for the National Park Service. So it was her job to go into Yosemite Valley this year and destroy all the hops that were put in there by the German miners 200 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Except for 26 plants, which are right out there.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we're not sure yet exactly what they're going to taste like.
Sure.
And we've got a contact that has the ability to do DNA testing, so we can actually test these hops once they're come to fruition. And the National Park Service wants that information because they want to put it in their history. But then we can figure out what type of beer we can brew with it. And we've kind of played with some ideas because we can't use trademark names, but El Hopiton. Or since we're dog themed, maybe Half Bone. But we'll get there. They're flowering, and we'll get cones this year, so it's kind of nice.
So are you guys the only local brewery that has these hop plants?
I think we're the only people that have these hop plants, period.
Wow.
Yes.
That is awesome. Goodness.
It'll be interesting, and I don't know. They may be a wonderful hop, but we'll have to see if they go good with a Pilsner or an IPA or a Stout. We're just going to have to play with them and see what their flavor profile and their alpha acids are.
Gotcha. Yeah, you lost me, but it sounds fancy. I'll leave it to the experts here. So why? So let me back up. So when you were trying to figure out how to kind of coexist with doing the parenting thing and then have a working property, why beer and wine and that? Did you guys look at different options and kind of figure out what was really going to resonate more? Or?
Well, my wife was the sales manager for Fitment Farm Pistachios.
Oh, okay.
And she grew up in an ag environment. I grew up on a farm. I grew up in an ag environment. And before we had our youngest son, she said that she wanted to raise her son in an ag environment. So I looked at ways of doing that. I've got gorgeous water here, gorgeous land, gorgeous climate. I've got wells that produce over 150 gallons per minute, 5 minus inches of water coming in, so I can irrigate anything.
Right.
So I looked at endive initially. That's that fancy salad that you make, but I didn't want to put greenhouses over the entire property to grow it.
Right.
So this is mandarin country. So I looked at mandarins. You can make pretty good money with mandarins, but it takes about 9 acres to break even from what I'm finding out.
Oh.
So if I clear cut all the oak trees, filled the pond and demoed the house, I could work for free.
Right. There you go.
Which is not a good way of doing it. So we figured out how to turn mandarins into beer and wine, and therefore we leveraged it and came up with the brewery idea.
That is brilliant. And so how long did that whole process take of planning and executing?
Well, quite a while. I'm an engineer. I designed the building. With the help of a few friends and all, we built this entire place.
Wow.
And the permitting process, we were up to 31 permits to get this in place.
I believe it.
But it took us over 5 years to build it.
So was that like working on the weekends and kind of snagging time where you could?
Nights and weekends. Yes.
Wow.
And since we're one of the few dual wine and breweries in California, we had to get permits from the feds and the state to do a dual winery in the same footprint, which took years also.
Oh my goodness.
So it was an exercise.
Sure.
Yes. But well worth it.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. And once you've navigated that process, that you're probably such an expert and can help other people through it if
We've
they had
helped
questions.
a few others, yes, and gladly do so. One of the nice things about having the dual license is that there's many different varieties of beer. There's many different varieties of wine, and you'll find people that like beer that don't like wine, and like wine that don't like beer.
Right.
We also have people that are gluten intolerant.
Right.
The meads and ciders are gluten free, so we can appeal to a larger group of people and make a lot more people happy.
Sure. So what types of wines do you have here?
Well, mead is a honey wine. So, and also cider is also another wine. So, apple wine, basically.
Sure.
So we have honey and apple wine
Okay.
that we make. Not a grape wine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm still learning all of these things.
Yes. So.
Well, the meads my wife makes are what's called a session mead. Mead is the oldest alcoholic drink in existence. The Vikings used to make it about 400 years ago. They made it about 25% Robitussin cough syrup thickness. There's a reason why they ran around without shirts on with swords in the middle of winter. But my wife makes something that's about 8%, 8.5%. You can't even taste alcohol in it.
Oh, wow. That's dangerous.
Yes, it can be.
But it's in the Bible. The Pharaohs had it in the tombs, and the Samaritans had it 10,000 years ago. So it's a very, very old alcoholic drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you guys know the show is really interactive. We like to open up the interview to our audience for questions, comments.
So Christine wants to know what time you guys are open.
Our hours, we're on summer hours right now. Thursday we're 3 to 7, Friday 3 to 8, Saturday 11 to 8, and Sunday 11 to 6.
Most Fridays we have food trucks. Most Saturdays and Sundays we have food trucks. We should have them. And on Saturday nights we traditionally have a band.
So tell us about that. I wanted to ask about that. And are there other questions first? I don't want to cut them off. Okay.
So Andra wants to know if you guys do like samplers, beer samplers.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a sampler.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be your guinea pig. You're welcome.
Basically, as you can tell, we're dog themed. So rather than have a taster paddle, we have a taster poddle. So the way we do it is we offer 5 of any of the mix and match, any of the wines or the beers, and you can mix and match any of them and taste them that way. But what would you like to taste right now?
I don't know. Surprise me.
Do you like hoppy? Do you like not hoppy?
I like IPAs.
One thing I also wanted to mention too is we also have a farm stand.
Okay.
And the farm stand is open during our regular hours. We work with local crafters and local farmers to fill up our farm stand. And what do you think?
It's delicious.
It's a double IPA.
Okay.
It's a double IPA hazy. That's, my beers are all named dog themed. So this is Dog Haze of Summer. It's a haze. It's almost 9%, but I don't think you can tell that by tasting it.
No, this is great. So what did you guys have at the Lincoln Wine Fest?
We had blackberry cider, apple cider, and my Pilsner.
I think the Pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah, all very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've tried to be more diverse than some other breweries, and we have Pilsners and Wits and Blondes and Ambers and IPAs and Stouts. So it's very diverse all the way across the field.
Oh yeah, you got each side covered.
And then my wife, of course, has all her meads and ciders too, which are very unique. Would you like to try a cider or a mead?
Sure.
Fruity or not fruity?
Fruity. I'll try fruity.
Yeah. Red wine or white wine?
Red. Okay. Yep. So what other questions did we have?
I have a question if you can rent the facility for private events.
Yes, we're limited on how many people could gather, but we can definitely do that. Contact us, email us.
So what type of events have you hosted in the past?
A couple of like birthday parties or baby showers. Also a couple of Christmas parties, like company Christmas parties.
Also, military. Beale Air Force
Yes.
Base has had a lot of commanding officers transfer, and they have their going away parties here.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I love that.
Most well-behaved kids you'd ever imagine.
Yeah, I believe it.
This right here is my wife can tell you it's pomegranate mead.
Yes, it's a pomegranate mead. It's made with clover honey and pomegranates. Actually, a customer, I'm lucky enough to have customers that have fruit trees and they don't know what to do with the fruit, and they bring them to me. And so I make a mead out of them. So I made this out of customers' pomegranates. So
This is delicious, you guys. I have to tell you, it is really good. So if you haven't tried it, come try it. It's the pomegranate mead with honey.
yes, yeah.
It's also 11%.
Oh, really? Man, I'm going to have to Uber out of here. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the band. So you guys have live music. So what genre, or do you have kind of a mix and match, or?
It's kind of like a mix and match, you know. More
Indie is what a lot of people
Yeah.
are calling it.
Uh-huh.
Independent. A lot of them are singer-songwriters, but they play a couple songs here and there that are not theirs.
Sure.
Most of them that I'm seeing here, or a couple of them, sound almost like Mumford & Son
Okay.
type of music, and then they throw David Allan Coe in there for some reason, so it's kind of fun. But it's more of your independent, just simple, nice music. No Led Zeppelin.
yeah, no loud bands, really.
Yeah,
it's just
casual.
pleasant.
Gotcha.
And we usually shut down about 8 o'clock or so. You know, we are a country brewery.
Yeah.
And we're trying to keep it that way. We want to be family orientated, and we're just trying to keep it pleasant. You know.
Sure. Yeah. No, I totally get that. So I heard offline that you guys are working on a new project, right? In regards to a bandstand. You want to tell everybody about that?
Well, we've had a few bands in here, and when they set up, things are not exact. It's on more of a gravel base, and it's not exactly flat and uniform. So we're currently building a bandstand out there, which the bands will be absolutely thrilled about.
Yes.
But it also sets it up for a nice little area, a nice little environment there. But it's it's basically almost flush with the ground, but it's going to be plywood and taken care of in that way.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
guys.
nice.
This is a beautiful property. You guys have done a phenomenal job. Just really
you.
setting a nice stage here for your customers and all that. Yeah, and I hear nothing but great things from the community regarding this brewery, and even when we posted the commercial, so much love. You guys had so much love just from everyone.
nice.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, I grew up in Lincoln. My 3 brothers and 2 sisters went to the Lincoln school system. My mother taught at Carlin Coppin for 30 years.
Really?
First grade through 6th in special ed.
Wow.
My parents still live off Garden Bar over here. They have 70 acres, so
Yeah.
we're very tied to the community.
Yeah.
And so we try and help and support things like the 4th of July fireworks.
Yes.
Tour to Lincoln, we donated the beer for that, and just different things to support the community.
That is great. That is, I mean, when really you can bring it full circle like that, that's phenomenal. So when did your mom retire from Coppin?
I think it was 2006.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a little while.
Yeah. Well, that's when we got here, but all of my children went through Coppin, so yeah, wonderful.
yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody about the raffle prize that you guys have put together?
Yes. I put together a basket of mainly our farm stand products. And so, like I said, we like to work with local farmers and local crafters that are here in Lincoln or Placer County. And so we have some Fittyment Farms pistachios here from Lincoln. Our farmer that we work with in the farm stand is Valerie. She is from Plum Possum Farms, and she grows the most fantastic produce. And we love having her products here. So her tomatoes are here, and her onions, which are both fantastic. Then we have Doggy cookies. So we work with Bow Wowlicious, and they make homemade doggy cookies here, actually in Auburn. And so we have some of those. I have one of our doggy beers. So it's a split basket for dogs and people.
Yeah.
And so I have some Candy Kathy jam. It's a strawberry chocolate jam, which is fantastic. We have local honey here from Bear River. And we also have, these are popular, our beer soap made by Fleur de Lis.
Oh.
They're here in Lincoln as well, off of Gladding. She makes the most wonderful soaps. As people come in, they're like, "Oh, it smells so good in here."
Yeah.
I told them it's the soaps. So, and we sell quite a bit of them. And so this one is actually made with our beer. And
Can I smell it?
Yes, please.
That is wonderful.
It's fantastic. She makes some wonderful products.
That is, yeah,
Yes.
that's delicious. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
So all these goodies in there for you.
Yeah, so you guys know how this works. All you have to do is share this video by noon tomorrow, which is Wednesday. You're going to comment shared in the comments below, and then you'll be entered into this week's raffle prize for this wonderful basket. And then we will go ahead and connect you here so that you can come on out and get your basket and just see what this place is all about. If you haven't been, you guys need to come see it. It's Dueling Dogs, and tell everybody where you guys are located.
We're located at 3030 Barrett Park Lane. So basically, Wise Road in Barrett Park between Crosby Herald and Garden Bar.
Yep, beautiful country. You guys want to come out, definitely check them out. Did you guys have any final thoughts, anything that we didn't talk about you wanted to share?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think that was it. One thing also, we're looking for other local crafters to sell products in the farm stand. We did the farm stand because we wanted a place that local farmers and local crafters would have a place to sell their products that don't really have the facility to open up a farm stand themselves, or so this is basically why we did this.
Placer County is a right to farm county,
Yes.
and you're allowed to have a farm stand, but it can be quite difficult to put a farm stand on your property, man it, and take care of everything. So we've become a communal farm stand, and we've tied in with several farmers around this area to do that, and it seems to be working out fairly well.
Yeah.
Dora Dane Farms, actually in the fall, they have pumpkins, and they set up a pumpkin patch here.
Oh, fun.
Carving for the kids.
Yeah, carving.
Yeah.
We do pumpkin carving for the kids. All sorts of fall activities.
Long Dream Farms.
Oh,
they have
yes.
the ice cream. They're over here on Garden Bar.
Okay.
And
Yeah, fantastic ice cream. Try it if you haven't.
So no,
Yeah.
we're just trying to be local.
Yeah.
And have people come in and enjoy themselves.
That's our goal. Yeah. Whenever we can. We can't grow everything that we need to make our products. So, if it's something we can't grow ourselves, we look to our community to see if we can source those products, those ingredients from them. So
That's wonderful.
we try.
Yeah. Like I've never seen the type of collaboration that we have here in Lincoln. I've just never seen anything like it. It's just incredible.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It's a great place to live.
And raise a kid.
Yes.
Or several.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's been so awesome just getting to know you guys better, coming to see this location, and definitely really excited to bring the family out and hang out and enjoy the country.
Oh, also we allow the kids with parental supervision to catch pollywogs in the pond.
So what do you do with them when you catch them?
It's catch and release.
Okay, good.
The fish have to go back to their families.
Yes.
That's something else the kids can do for entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because especially the kids growing up in the city, they don't have that experience, so they can kind of come out here and enjoy the country.
Absolutely.
A little. So.
Yeah, and I highly recommend that for anyone that doesn't get to experience that. It's just it's some of the best times of childhood.
It is. Yeah. Exactly.
But they're not allowed to go swimming.
Yes. Parents must be with them at all times.
Well, thank you guys. Do we have any final questions from the audience?
Question from Janet. She wants to know if you can teach her how to make pomegranate honey. She has a huge tree and would love
Yeah. Well, I was contemplating some mead, lessons, like doing a mead class.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully we can work on that, and I'd love to do that. Sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys both so much again for your time, and I just, like I said, I'm really excited to see, what you guys continue to do and how this continues to evolve in the future, and just really glad that you guys are here in the Lincoln community and doing your thing. It's awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you.